Wow, that started moving fast.
It's amazing.
I mean, like, this is an incredible, like, model. I don't do any Gunpla at all, but even just the size of the box, I was like, oh, this is serious. This is very serious.
It just occurred to me that a lot of people out there might be probably are very intimidated by the idea of Gundam or getting into Gundam or getting into Gunpla. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed because guess what? Gundam's been around as long as Star Wars has, and arguably has more content in it, and has not really had a reboot the same way that Star Wars has.
Right.
And there's just so many kids.
Yeah.
I remember when like James was starting to get into model building, and it sort of enticed me to go down to. We haven't seen James post a Gundam in a while.
He's still got a couple to build.
Right, he does.
Including, I think, he has like a master grade Banshee. I think that he's got yet to work on, a real grade Banshee or something like that.
And he bought it because it looked cool.
Yeah,
he's got a real grade Banshee Norn.
But like I remember going down to the Gunpla shop to buy my first Gunpla following that, and it's just a wall of models, and I was like, I don't understand what any of these terms mean. Do I want a big one? Do I want a little one? How easy are they? Are they hard? Do I need a bunch of tools? Like, what do I need to do? And it was just like, just pick an HG that you like the look of. You don't have to, it doesn't matter if you watch Gundam, it doesn't matter if you like know what it is, nobody's judging you, and then put it together.
Have some fun.
Snap it out and put it together. If you want to build if you want to buy an inexpensive pair of clippers to get it off the runner, even better, but not required. And then, I built one and had fun building it, and then every subsequent Gundam that I've tried to build, I've just tried to do a slightly better job on it. So over time, I moved up from HG to MG and panel lining and all that.
The Gundams have grades. You are not graded. Nope. You can make Gundams however the heck you want that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And there's so many ways you can do it.
Shout out to our raiders. We just had a couple of raids come in from Magic Mike's and Chesterville.
Thanks for joining us at Desert Bus for Hope for 2022.
Yeah, welcome to Desert Bus for Hope. We're giving away an absurd perfect grade Unicorn Gundam right now for donations of $7.90 or multiples thereof. Really feels like it's going to carry us to the next hour 160 here. Yeah, like that bar has been moving.
Somebody in chat said, I like building, but I don't like keeping.
That's what I enjoyed. That's how I feel about Lego. I loved working on that Shield helicarrier with you. I don't have room in my house for Lego Shield helicarrier.
So
I buy more bookcases like I do.
Give it away. Take it to Facebook Marketplace. I
guess I should do that. It's just like make it, fully repack it, go and find someone who has kids, give it to them.
Yeah.
That's actually what I really liked about Gundam, was doing this I got the Lego feeling, and it was the complex Lego feeling.
Dang.
But at the end, it was a nice small package. And to your point earlier, or Matt's point earlier, and then we'll get back to Ian, of enjoying what level of Gundams you like. The three of us are a great example of all of us are very deep into this hobby. And all of us have a different end point for each model.
Extremely.
Ian goes hardcore.
Well, I was going to speak to that, especially for people who are worried about messing things up. You can very easily unmess up any Gunpla you work on if you want to paint it or whatnot. Just soak it in alcohol, put it in an ultrasonic bath. What got me back into the hobby was I was living in Japan, and I wanted to buy one Gunpla of my favorite Gundam at the time, which was the GP03 Dendrobium Stamen.
Right.
Built it, put it up on my wall, smoked like a chimney for 2 years while I was there, and covered it in nicotine oil.
Good.
And I thought to myself, just at the beginning of this year, I should get back into Gunpla. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like painting. I just finished painting a 3D model of something.
Yeah.
Why not try it with Gunpla? So I took apart my GP03, gave it a bath,
Yeah.
washed all the nicotine stains off it,
Yeah.
and then painstakingly painted each part, put it back together, top coated it, deckled it up, and now it looks gorgeous. It's a completely different
Nice.
model. And you can just do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw somebody throw in a $395 donation to try and
Wow.
get this. I think that was Ogre Kid. Heck
I
yeah.
love it. I 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 love it.
716.
Nuts of Odin says my favorite Gundam is Heavy Arms. It probably looks sick as a model. Well, it's funny you should mention
It
that.
does.
Because the very first Gundam that I got when I walked into my shop was the high-grade Heavy Arms, which I had a ton of fun building. And that inspired me to move up and get the master grade Heavy Arms. And I probably have pictures of both of those, like the completed product of both of those that I can share if you'll give me a couple of minutes. But there we go. Ask Who has the master grade in chat right there, so I don't have to.
There you go.
I believe I am on record as saying that your build of the master grade Heavy Arms looks sick and tight.
It is in the Slack. The HGAC Heavy Arms is a great kit. It's a very fun build. It comes together very easily, and because it's a high grade, it is so affordable. That is
Yeah,
a
it's
great
like-
entry point into this.
17 or 20 bucks Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, that is in fact, I think, my
Your Exia.
virtue.
Oh,
in,
virtue.
Your exact one.
Did you post that to Twitter?
it's on my Instagram, which
Then
I think is where Ask Who
absolutely
is
is yours.
pulling from.
my GP03 just scrolled by, so
And in fact, there is my Heavy Arms that I built.
A plus. So yeah, that's big old Gundam talk.
can I do a big plug for something that's not us for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to if you're not interested in the models, or if you're interested in the series, in addition to the models, I want to do a shout out to our friends out at Mobile Suit Breakdown, which is my favorite podcast about Gundam. Because not only is it just a recap podcast about it's very little of it is a recap, but they'll go into the cultural background and the history of what's going on in the animation industry during the series. They're watching it from it's a husband and wife team. They're watching it from the whole of Gundam in release order. They'll be done sometime in 2038.
I know that feeling.
Amazing.
But if you want to know about Gundam in a cultural context, in industry context, there is no better source.
Dark Shadow with another $395 donation.
Let's
Oh,
go.
wow.
We're like $500 from the next hour.
Oh,
and
wow.
We're almost at 718 now.
And you know what we have to do at 718, right?
I do know what we have to do at 718 because we were late today.
We have to do it when we hit 718. I personally blame Julie for this. We have to do this at 718.
As long
and
as
you are
engineering
pushing
is
us
okay with that.
so much closer to our version of a celebration for 718,000 as you keep donating for this incredible Gunpla.
Yes.
What was the name of that podcast again? Ian?
Mobile Suit Breakdown.
Thank you. Under $500.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I think
staring at this with dread.
Darth Paradox has a question I think Ian and I can both answer.
Yeah.
Which is related question. If I wanted to get into Gundam as an anime franchise, where should I start? I remember enjoying Endless Waltz, but that's about the extent of my exposure to the series so far. And so that seems like a good question to spend some time with. If you, I think honestly, if you don't care about like history at all, hopping on board with the Witch from Mercury right now is probably the best opportunity to jump onto Gundam that we've had in years.
Yep, it is a standalone universe that you don't need to know anything about. You can just hop on and enjoy it.
If you've been curious, that's the best place to start, in my opinion.
Max.
I didn't know anything about Gundam and really enjoyed 08MS Team.
But with MS Team is really good.
Like, yeah, it was just, I think Austin Walker recommended it sort of generally as it's got all of the sort of bits of a Gundam, but
Enough.
Oh, we broke it. Yeah.
It is time.
It's 718.
It is 718.
Time to pull those sliders back.
Time to pull on those sliders and a 1, a 2, a 3.
You broke 719. We're
There
free.
we go. We're free.
Excellent. Thank you for getting us through that $1,000 lightning quick so that we could end our torture.
Yeah. But Oh Wait, the MS team is great.
With the
I watched that
790
just
from Banks.
recently.
It's.
Just dropped 100 entries.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Wow.
Our nerdy hobby is all of our friends who have had to deal with the three of us posting nonstop is vindicated.
yeah,
As they've all vacated the room.
Yep.
But I have just recently initiated, having not watched any Gundam other than a little bit
Yeah,
of.
tell me about your initiation.
Other than a little bit of Wing on YTV back when I was young, I had never watched any Gundam, and so I have started my embarkment on a tour of the Universal Century, which is the main timeline in the Gundam universe. And so, at Ian's advice, I went through Mobile Suit Gundam, Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, Double Zeta Gundam, Char's Counterattack, then went back and did the side stories of 08 MS Team, War in the Pocket. I watched Thunderbolt beforehand because I really liked the look of the mech, and it was just a one-off, and I wanted to see it. But you would slot one Thunderbolt in there as well, maybe.
Depends on your watch order.
And the other one, Stardust Memory. Watched those as a group, and now I've moved to post Char's Counterattack with Unicorn. And Ian made the suggestion to watch it in that order because, for the most part, because that ends up being more or less chronological in order of release of those series, you don't end up jumping around in animation quality really severely. So you just watch the sort of organic development of the animation quality over the course of the show, or over the course of the shows.
Well, specifically also the fact that that first Gundam, Zeta, Double Zeta, and Char's Counterattack are all Tomino helmed works and have a bit of a lineage.
Yeah, not quite one continuous story, but pretty close.
Yeah, well, they're the trilogy. Well,
Yeah.
the quadrilogy.
And this also lets us handily complete the challenge, saying what's a good watch order for Gundam? What Matt just said.
When are you gonna go Gundam?
I was waiting for a natural break of that conversation to ask Ian how much time you actually need to do Gundams, because you might need to start that soon, my guy.
Yeah, actually, I need to get out of the chair anyway.
Okay.
So, who would like to drive for me before I...
If you can let me go get a beverage, I can come back and drive, because I tried to order my dinner earlier, or I tried to make sure that I could order my dinner, checked the hours of the restaurant, set up an order, waited to add it, was like, oh, it's coming up on the
Sounds
time
good.
that they stopped taking orders, went to order it, and they closed.
Go get your beverage. I'm going to quickly piggyback on your statement there as to where to start.
Yes.
And as much as I would like to say that every Gundam fan should watch the original series as a TV series, in addition to the movies which were remade. That said, Witch from Mercury is the best place to get into Gundam right now. But if you want to specifically get into the Universal Century and get a handle on the characters and the setting, I would recommend looking up the most recently released movie, Kukuru's Don's Island, because it was based on a episode that was erased from the original series.
Because it was bad.
It was very bad. But what they've done is they've turned it into a reimagining that's kind of set in a different universe. But they tell you who the characters are, they give you their feeling, and wingding.
We have one
That
done.
wasn't Pharmacist Judge, or it's probably backlogged.
Also, I think it shifted. Oh no, we did not go into Wangdung Uwu. For a brief second, I was concerned. Yes, everything that Ian just said about watch order.
Are we seriously at 7:20? I can't read it.
We probably are, because we have been jumping up with this giveaway.
Awesome.
This has been wild.
And also, if you're ever wondering if there's ever going to be because Wiggins has talked about doing a tour of the Universal Century, no, there will not be an Ian and Wiggins Mobile Suit recap, because I know about Mobile Suit Breakdown and I can't do better than they can.
Yeah, if you want smaller but finished bits, because Witch from Mercury is ongoing and Universal Century is a lot, there are the alternative universes, and you bet we're going to celebrate 720 in a second. I'm going to finish the sentence, then we'll do it. Gundam Wing is was an entry point for a lot of folks. It is showing its 1990s age, but everyone's really handsome and beautiful, so the character design's pretty sick, and the mobile suits are awesome. And it's completed, so it's a good one. Don't watch Seed as your first one. It's got a lot of problems. Great mech design, not the best show.
Ian just walked past that door with a huge tub of stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
he brought like painting kit.
His kit.
He ordered he ordered water slide decals for this kit.
Sweet.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Which Gundam has the thickest booty?
Virtue.
Virtue. Virtue has the
That-
thickest
They
booty
That was
by
fast.
far.
For that
It's
quickly.
one of my favorite mobile suits because it has the thickest booty. It is a mobile suit
It's
riding
chonk.
another, like wearing another mobile suit as a cape. It's
Yeah.
great.
I'm so delighted that you had such a ready answer to that question.
Absolutely. Penelope is a close second. Very quickly, G Gundam, amazing. Should not be your first Gundam. If it is, it's fine. But G Gundam is different than every other one. That's the one with the martial artist horse and things.
Oh, yeah.
It's great in its own way, but it is different.